Okay, so we had a crash this morning with the SPY and the QQQ falling very hard, but we had an excellent recovery in the afternoon. In fact, it seems that the indices only fell to test the support areas that we already mentioned several times here on our channel, and seeing this reaction, well, we only have further technical evidence that reinforces our previous reading that yes, the trend, the medium-term trend is still up. So let's talk about what's going on. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel, where we study the market looking for good opportunities, and every single day you receive unbiased analysis of the market. No emotions, no stress, because here we work with professionalism and strategy. My name is Nathan. Welcome to another daily analysis video. Now, as we can see here, SPY is clearly reacting very nicely above its major inflection points made by first the 21-day EMA, the exponential moving average on the daily chart, and of course the $600 area, which as we can see here on the 1-hour chart is a very important and a quite emblematic key point, technically speaking, because it was a previous top level over here, top level over here, top level over here, support level over here, top level over here again, support level over here, and the support level here again today. Therefore, the $600 is not only a very important psychological key point for the SPY because it is a round number, right? It has a psychological importance, but it is also a technical key point as well. So we see the $600 and we see the 21-day EMA acting as our major support levels for the SPY today. Yes, we did correct sharply. However, by maintaining the price above these key points, SPY will maintain the uptrend. What's more, we did not trigger this bearish reaction from Friday because last Friday we saw a possible top signal. This bearish reaction has a name. It is a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, and by closing below this engulfing low, we're gonna see a technical top signal getting triggered. In this case, we could easily seek lower levels like the 590s, or maybe in the best case scenario the 594. But guys, we need to see the SPY losing this candle's low, closing below it, and of course closing below the $600 area in order to materialize a meaningful bearish signal. Okay, because so far, if you ask me, Nathan, do we have any top signal? Is there any bearish reaction that could make SPY bearish again? Well, there is not. Of course, we had a possible top signal from last Friday, but this top signal wasn't triggered. What's more, the SPY is still trading above its major support levels, its major inflection points. So, in theory, the trend is supposed to persist until we see a clear reversal occurs. Until we see clear reversal occurring, that's Charles Dow's saying, okay? Dow theory, tenet number 6. Or 5, if I recall correctly, okay? Charles Dow, the founder of the Wall Street Journal, creator of the Dow Jones Index, all right? The father of technical analysis. This is why technical analysis is so amazing, all right? Because we see how the market is behaving and we can react accordingly using the best strategies for the best moment. And right now, we see the SPY reacting above a support level, suggesting that yes, we have a decent chance of maintaining the uptrend. But Nathan, what if we see SPY collapsing tomorrow, losing the $600? Then alright, we are gonna reverse. That might be an opportunity to sell, to short, etc. But for now, with the technical evidence we have right here today, the SPY is just reacting above a support level. The trend is still bullish. One of our subscribers over here said that we have a possible cup and handle chart pattern on the daily chart, right? And yes, you are totally right. Guys, what is a cup and handle chart pattern? It's just a pullback a pullback after a rally. Okay, we see a pullback, and then this pullback was a little bit long, right? Was a little bit was delayed by several catalysts, and right now we see another minor bullish pivot point over here, because uptrends are made of higher highs, higher lows. Okay, this is what we see why we are going up. Now, after a bearish rally, we see finally the SPY maintain its price above its support levels, suggesting another possible bullish pivot point. That's the psychological meaning behind this chart movement. So when you learn technical analysis, when you start learning price action, don't try to just memorize names, okay? Cup and handle, double bottom, I don't know, piercing line pattern, bullish harami candlestick pattern. Don't try to remember the names. Try to understand what these signals mean from a psychological point of view, because every single candlestick over here, as we see, every single candle tells a different story. Every single candle is a different day, and every single day we see a battle between bulls and bears, between investors, between ideas. All right, so we can see who wins every single time, and then we can react accordingly using strategies that mitigate our losses and maximize our gains. That's how professional traders do. We follow the money, all right, using technical analysis. Now, regarding the QQQ, we see a very similar situation, because we are also reacting above the 21-day EMA. Fantastic. That's very good. Now, what it takes for the QQQ to resume the bullish sentiment for real? It is very important for it to break the $532 area, completely rejecting Friday's candle. Okay, by rejecting this candle, QQQ is going to send us all a signal that we are buying, investors are buying, investors are confident in tech stocks again. Therefore, this will be very interesting for many stocks, especially those that are close to their support levels, like Tesla, which we're going to talk about later in this video. But right now, we see a bullish reaction above the 21-day EMA, above a few support levels on the 1-hour chart, right? Because here we see a support level around 522. Okay, we are reacting above this key point on the 1-hour chart. Fantastic. Maintaining the uptrend. Great. Only if the QQQ loses first the 21-day EMA and the 522, we are gonna actually trigger a bearish reaction. Okay, of course we could see bearish reaction next, but we gotta see technical evidence pointing to that direction first. Otherwise, if you trade without confirmation, if you trade only basing your ideas on what you think is going to happen or what you wish is going to happen, you are just gambling. That's the main difference between traders and gamblers. Gamblers trade without strategy, without technical confirmation. Real traders wait for technical confirmation, even if that means that we're gonna sacrifice part of our gains, because no one here is going to buy the very bottom and sell the very top. Buy the bottom and sell the top. All right, we are not gonna do that. I don't promise you guys that you're gonna be rich quickly, but I do understand that by using a solid technical strategy, we can achieve the so desirable consistency in this market. Okay, and this is why we are here. I'm not here to make money today or even this week or this month. I'm here to make money for years and years ahead. Of course, eventually we're gonna have losses. We're gonna lose maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe this month, but overall speaking, we gotta have an edge in this market that guarantees some degree of long-term consistency. All right, so this is how we proceed here in this channel. So yes, QQQ looks nice. It is behaving nicely over here above its support levels. What this means to our tech stocks, because Nvidia is already bullish, right? Yes, it is. Since we found this bottom over here, it is going up nicely, but right now we are trying to correct. What's more, Nvidia today triggered our or trailing stop gain, because I did share a buy signal to the members of the 5% project down here. We bought down here near the support level. Even if we were wrong, we would lose little, all right? If we were right, and we were right in the end, well, we made way more that we were willing to lose in the first place. So it was a fantastic trade, and I told you guys to set a trailing stop loss, stop gain below the previous candle's low, and today our stop gain was triggered. So right now we are not on Nvidia anymore, but maybe we're gonna see a bottom signal over here again. Okay, and that would be very good, because we could buy Nvidia again near a support level, targeting the 142 area to close this gap, because gaps work as magnets for the price when trends reverse, and our stop loss will be very cheap, maybe below the 129. So it could, I'm not saying it is, again guys, not investment advice, but it could be another bottom signal and another buying opportunity depending on how it reacts tomorrow. Okay, Nvidia is right now on our radar. It is looking very interesting. It is in bullish territory despite today's correction on the weekly chart. Last week we saw a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern right above the 113 support level. Fantastic reaction. Now, apparently, we are struggling to break the 21 weekly moving average, which was a previous support level. Now it is acting as a resistance level. So we gotta break this key point as soon as possible in order to make another interesting, meaningful, good bullish rally on Nvidia. Of course, I'm waiting for the next opportunity over here. And regarding Tesla, Tesla is one of the stocks that is quite I'm not saying undervalued, because but it was simply crushed over here, right? We saw Tesla failing miserably in making bottom signals for many weeks. Right now in January we saw possible bottom signals a few times. Right here again in February we saw a possible bottom signal again. Right now we see another possible bottom signal above a crystal clear support level, $326.59, the previous bottom signal from November 2024. Now, by reacting above this bottom signal, Tesla suggests a possible recovery. Okay, and to be fair, this bottom signal over here looks way better than the bottom signals it gave us in January, because for two reasons. All right, first, this one is far away from the 21-day EMA. So if we see a bounce, well, we could see Tesla bouncing very nicely. I'm not saying Tesla is going to reverse the bearish sentiment. That's not what I'm saying, because in order for Tesla to reverse its bearish sentiment, we gotta see a crystal clear higher high, higher low again. All right. So far, we don't see higher highs, higher lows. But my second point is, although we are reacting above this support level on the daily chart, we are also trying to react to close above the 21 weekly moving average. In this scenario, Tesla will maintain the long-term uptrend. Although we are bearish on the daily chart, long-term wise on the weekly chart, we are bullish. All right, we are going up over here. Now, as far as I'm aware, the previous drop from $488 to right now, making a 30% drop could be as crazy as this sounds. It could be just a harmless pullback to the 21 weekly moving average, because that's what Tesla does. Okay, it does pullbacks to its moving average in order to materialize another bullish signal, another bottom signal, trying to maintain the uptrend. Because guys, remember, uptrends are made of higher highs, higher lows. All right, eventually we're gonna see lows. Okay, lows are part of the game. Now, if we see bottom signal on the weekly chart over here, that would be fantastic. It would only reinforce the medium-term trend. The medium-term reading that yes, Tesla is supposed to bounce to higher levels. What's the problem? The problem is that any bounce to the 21-day EMA could be just another dead cat bounce. Okay, just like AMD, which we're gonna talk about later, we could see Tesla just bouncing again to this resistance level and then dropping again because it is still making lower highs, lower lows. All right, we gotta see higher highs, higher lows to say that Tesla is clearly bullish again. Okay, so far, medium term wise, we gotta see for Tesla breaking a few resistance levels in order to really trigger a very good and a solid bullish reaction. Of course, I do have my own strategies, and guys, I need to be honest and transparent with you and say that I share my personal strategies with the members of our educational project, the 5% project, who receive signals and trading strategies in real time with entry points, exit points, all with a strong technical basis to mitigate our losses and maximize our gains. And it is totally free to try. You get free access for 7 days, no strings attached, cancel whatever you want. We have an excellent performance, and our commitment is to deliver results to you first, and then you decide if you want to stay with us for real or not. Again, it is entirely up to you. I invite you to know our work, to know how we do, how we proceed in this channel. I'm sure you're going to like what we have to offer. So just take a look at my website. The link is in this video's description. All right. Now, okay, Tesla is reacting. Maybe it is going to be a buy signal to us. All right. AMD. Again, not investment device, all right? AMD is making lower highs, lower lows, okay? Remember what I told you guys about Tesla, which is making lower highs, lower lows? That's precisely what AMD is doing right now since October last year. And this is my only, the only thing that is quite annoying in Tesla, because Tesla could made just another dead cat bounce over here, just like AMD, which is doing dead cat bounces before collapsing. Dead cat bounce, collapse, dead cat bounce, collapse, dead cat bounce, collapse. So see, we have yet to see a clear higher high, higher low, okay? A bullish pivot point getting triggered. As long as we don't see that, AMD will maintain the downtrend, will remain very bearish. We are not gonna see meaningful buy opportunity, and it is over, okay? We have absolutely nothing to do over here. Now you may ask, but Nathan, on the weekly chart, if we see a bullish reaction on the weekly chart, could we buy? Well, of course you could. Who am I to say what you could or not do in this market? As long as you have a strategy, as long as you know where your stop loss and where your target are going to be before you place the trade, I am no one to talk about what you should do, okay? If you have a clear strategy, fantastic. I'm very happy for you. You are miles away ahead of those who are trading without strategy. But guys, here, according to my trading philosophy, to my trading style, we gotta see a better, meaningful bullish reaction in order to say that AMD will be a buy again. If AMD explodes in the next few days, fantastic. I'm very happy for those who bought it, but it is not to me. All right, I'm not going to cry about it. In fact, by following a crystal clear strategy, you remove the emotions and the stress out of this equation, okay? You will start trading, seeing the market as it is. You will not feel stressed anymore. You will not feel anxious anymore because you are letting your strategy guide you in this market. So I'm not worried about AMD. I still believe that waiting on the sidelines is the best strategy, and that's what I have been doing for many weeks right now, and that this avoids many unnecessary losses, many unnecessary stop losses, because we work strategically. And again, if you want to join our channel and learn how to trade strategically, well, just take a look at our website. Again, the link is in this video's description. Now, regarding Palantir, Palantir is insanely bullish, okay? Insanely bullish. Right now, today, we see Palantir rejecting the idea of a top signal. Yesterday, I told you guys, Palantir is making a possible top signal. Yes, it is. But to trigger this top signal, we're gonna see Palantir closing below this candle's low, meaning closing below $112.10. Only by closing below this key point, we're gonna technically trigger a top signal. Are we closing below this key point right now? No. So great. Palantir is not making a top signal. In theory, it is supposed to maintain the uptrend, to seek higher levels, to seek new all-time highs. If we see Palantir making a real top signal, alright, any pullback to the $100 could be just another harmless pullback because the trend is bullish, and then we'll see if Palantir will give us another buying opportunity or not. It is pretty much like Nvidia, okay, because Nvidia gave us a buy signal. I did share the buy signal on our Telegram channel. The members of the 5% project got this entry point, and right now we went up nicely. Now we are doing a pullback. Although we are insanely bullish, we are reacting above our support levels. So Palantir, if we see Palantir correcting to its support levels, it could be just another buying opportunity. I know that many of you guys are worried about Palantir because, oh, its price to earnings ratio is too high, which is a terrible indicator to analyze because Palantir is a growth stock. Price to earnings ratio never works on growth stocks, but still, I see many people concerned that Palantir is overvalued. It is just like Nvidia. Or Nvidia, a few years ago in 2022, I was very bullish on it. All right, to disclaim anything over here, I do have positions on Nvidia. I bought Nvidia in October 2020, okay? Around here, this key point over here, okay? For long term, all right? I am a long-term investor in Nvidia as well. Now, I bought over here, and while Nvidia was dropping in 2022, I made many videos here in this channel saying that it was an amazing buying opportunity. And in 2022, I saw many people saying that I was crazy because Nvidia was too overvalued. Because Cathie Wood was selling Nvidia because she was saying that it was clearly overvalued. She sold Nvidia in 2022, October 2022. And you guys can just Google it, right? Cathie Wood sold many Nvidia shares because she was saying that Nvidia was overvalued. Well, if it is overvalued or not, for swing trading purposes, it makes no difference. So regarding Palantir, this is why I have to explain, right? This is why I am telling you guys, if we see a pullback to our support levels, we could see just another buying opportunity. Okay, this is it for swing trading purposes, at least, all right, as far as I'm aware. Now, you guys are asking me to analyze Intel Corporation, which is looking fantastic right now. And guys, if you ask me, Intel Corporation is heading towards our next technical resistance level, $22.41, which is our personal target as well, because the 5% project is trading Intel Corporation. I gave you guys the signal to buy it down here, of course, multiple bottom level. All right, now we saw a bottom level over here again, and the Intel is going up just like it did multiple times in the past. Amazing risk reward ratio. If we lost money, we would lost a little because our stop loss was below the $18.84, and our target is this resistance level. Now, Intel is heading towards our technical target. But now you may ask, but Nathan, what if Intel breaks this resistance level of yours? In this case, on the weekly chart, we may see two patterns, all right? I'm so sorry, one pattern twice. We see a double bottom chart pattern over here. And this week, we see an ignition bar, what seems to be an ignition bar. We could break the 21 weekly moving average finally. What's more, we see another huge double bottom chart pattern over here, reinforcing the idea that yes, Intel, if we see a meaningful bullish reversal chart structure over here, we could see Intel flying maybe to the $37 again, all right? So Intel is a promising stock, is a very good one, and probably I'm going to suggest to the 5% project's members to hold, to sell partially at least 50% of our position over here if we see a breakout, and then hold, because we could see Intel retesting higher resistance levels like the $26 again. So it is looking quite good, and then we set a trailing stop gain over here, all right, to protect our gains. So it is looking promising. By breaking the $22, I see a fantastic recovery ahead, at least to the $26. It is looking very good. It is looking very promising. And Sofi, this one is very interesting. It's been a while since I don't analyze it, so let's update our studies. And guys, are you still watching this video and you are not a subscriber? If you are still not a subscriber, I invite you to subscribe, because clearly you did like the content. Our channel, we have quite long videos, right? Quite dense in content. It's because, well, I can't explain in detail with the same level of detail all the stocks we analyze every single day in a 5 minutes video. Okay, some people ask me, Nathan, make shorter videos, right? I can't. It's impossible. If I do shorter videos, I'm going to miss. You will miss many important details. So clearly, this channel is only for those who like to study, who are serious, who are committed to studying the market, to understand the market, to analyzing the market as it is, and of course, to trade and invest strategically. So this channel is clearly for you. Of course, the length of our videos scare off the TikTokers, those who can't bear watching a long video for too long, who have already their brains rotted. All right, so you are not the case. You guys, I want more people like you. So again, subscribe and click the like button to support me. Your like is very important. It is very important to me. So the like button, subscribe now. Back to Sofi. This one is dropping, okay? It is not reacting well. As far as I know, we could seek our next support level around $13.60. Okay, great. Now, what it takes for Sofi to reverse this bearish sentiment, to avoid retesting the $13.60, we gotta see a miraculous reaction, a bullish candlestick pattern closing above $15.22. Why $15.22? Because Sofi made a lower high, lower low, right? And by breaking and closing above the previous low, the previous bottom signal, we are going to frustrate at least a little the bearish sentiment over here. We could see bottom signal in this area. What's more, on the weekly chart, we are still very bullish. If you ask me, I prefer to see Sofi correcting a little bit more to the $13 area, because we're gonna approach this support level, and on the weekly chart we are gonna approach the 21 weekly moving average. Okay, we would still maintain the uptrend long-term wise. So if we see any bottom signal in this area, it could be just another phenomenal buying opportunity, pretty much like Intel gave us over here, like Nvidia gave us over here, and the many other stocks that are on our radar. Therefore, if you want to have access to premium information, remember, join our Telegram channel, participate the 5% project. It's free to try, see if I can share valuable information to you. And of course, thank you very much for your audience, my dear friends. I see you guys tomorrow as usual. Stay safe. Bye-bye.